Hey! You're back. You are here, so it means you already watched and learned the first two parts of speech, which are the nouns and pronouns. So now, in this video, we are going to learn about the last 6 parts of speech: the verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. But before learning the last 6 parts of speech, let us review, first, the first 2 parts of speech that you learn with Sophie. Again, I am Matthew and I will be with you throughout this video. Are you ready? Let's go.
Let's learn English.
Noun. Noun is used to name a person, place, or thing. For example, book, Sophie, love. A noun have 7 forms. Nouns can be singular, plural, concrete, abstract, proper, common, and collective. Let's test your memory. Write the 2 nouns in each group. Then, label each pair as people, places, or things. For example, tree, funny, dandelion. The 2 nouns in the group are tree and dandelion. We label them as things. 1. Able, baby, musician. The answer is baby and musician. We label them as people. 2. Misery, rusty, success. The answer is misery and success. We label them as things which represent ideas and actions. 3. Destroy, dentist, mayor. The answer is dentist and mayor. We label them as people. 4. Hunter, nurse, into. The answer is hunter and nurse. We label them as people. 5. Plaza, library, ill. The answer is plaza and library. We label them as places. Pronoun. Pronouns is used to replace or point to a noun. For example, me, you, them. Pronouns have 6 forms. There are personal, possessive, reflexive, relative, demonstrative, and indefinite pronouns. Let's test your memory. Write the pronoun in each sentence. Then, label each as personal, possessive, reflexive, relative, demonstrative, or indefinite. 1. Some of the students were late. The answer is some. We label it as indefinite pronoun. 2. Sophie made the play that won the game. The answer is that. We label it as relative pronoun. 3. This is the person we want to hire. The answer is this. We label it as demonstrative pronoun. 4. They poured themselves some milk. The answer is themselves. We label it as reflexive pronoun. 5. Sophie handed her brother a coat. The answer is her. We label it as personal pronoun. Verb. The verb's function is to express an action or state of being. The verb forms change depending upon the person, or persons performing the action and the tense, when the action takes, took, will take place. We are going to discuss the verb forms and tenses in topic 2 and 3 after the parts of speech. Watch it out. In all tenses, except the present and past tense, the verb consists of several words, which is the base, which expresses the main action or state of being, and one or more helping verbs, which help indicate the tense, as well as the voice and mood. In the following examples, helping verbs shaded with blue, and the form of the base verb is shaded with orange. For example, I am exhausted. In this example, the word am is functioning as the base verb of the sentence. I am exhausted. I am having a great time. In this sentence, the word am functions as helping verb. The word having is the base verb of the sentence. I am having a great time. In this example, the base verb of the sentence is the word been, and the helping verb of the sentence is the words should have. Take note that the forms of be, do, and have can be either helping verbs or base verbs. In the meantime, consider the word's function. Is it describing the action of the sentence or is it helping to indicate the tense, like when the action takes place? Now, it's time to test your knowledge. Underline the verbs in the following sentences, putting one line under helping verbs and 2 lines under base verbs. Note, only underline verbs that are functioning as verbs. 1. Look before you leap. Check your answer. Look before you leap. The words look and leap function as base verbs of the sentence. 2. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Check your answer. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. The word do function as the helping verb in the sentence. While the words count and hatch function as the base verbs of the sentence. 3. Those who live in glass houses should not throw stones. Check your answer. Those who live in glass houses should not throw stones. The words live and throw function as the base verb of the sentence. While the word should function as the helping verb of the sentence. 4. The early bird catches the worm. Check your answer. The early bird catches the worm. The word catches function as the base verb of the sentence. 5. You will reap what you sow. Check your answer. You will reap what you sow. The word will function as the helping verb of the sentence. While the words reap and sow function as the base verbs of the sentence. The fourth parts of speech that we are going to discuss is adjective. Adjectives describe or modify nouns or pronouns. They tell us which one, what kind, or how many. For example, talk is cheap. Cheap. The word, cheap, describes the noun, talk. There are several problems with this proposal. Several. In this example, the word, several, describes the noun, problems. What an outrageous accusation. Outrageous. In this example, the word, outrageous, describes the noun accusation. Adjectives don't take a specific form because just about any kind of word can function as an adjective. For example, please grab the baking powder from the pantry. Baking. So, what kind of powder? Baking powder. The word, baking, is not an action but a description. Follow that car. That. So, what car? That one. The word, that, doesn't replace a noun, it describes one. Now, let's test your knowledge. In each sentence that follows, determine which word, if any, is an adjective. 1. Sophie is very smart. Smart. The word, smart, describes Sophie. Sophie is very smart. 2. She's also a very likable person. Likeable. The word, likeable, describes she. She's also a very likable person. 3. I am a musician. There is no adjective in this sentence. Even though the word, musician, tells us something about I, it is still a noun naming a thing. 4. Pigs are rather docile animals. Docile. The word, docile, modifies the word, animals. Even if you don't know what the word, docile means, you should see that it functions as an adjective, telling what kind of animals they are. Pigs are rather docile animals. 5. I've never seen a more egregious error. Egregious. The word, egregious, modifies the word, error. If you don't know what the word, egregious means, you should still see that it describes the word, error. I've never seen a more egregious error. The fifth parts of speech is, adverb. Adverbs describe or modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. Adverbs tell us when, where, how, and why, under what conditions, and to what degree. Notice the difference between adjectives and adverbs, which are commonly confused. Adjective. I am very patient. Patient. In this example, the word, patient, modifies the pronoun, I. I am very patient. Adverb. I am waiting patiently. Patiently. In this example, the word, patiently, tells us how I am waiting. I am waiting patiently. Adverbs come in different shapes and sizes, like, yesterday, very, clearly, and never. Many adverbs are formed by adding ly to adjectives. For example, happy becomes happily, by changing y to I and add ly. Slow becomes slowly, by simply adding ly. Now, it's time to test your knowledge. Find and underline the adverbs in the following sentences. 1. Speak softly and carry a big stick. Check your answer. Softly. Here, the word, softly, modifies the verb, speak. But the word, big, is an adjective modifying the word, stick. Speak softly and carry a big stick. 2. Never say never. Check your answer. Never. Here, the word, never, is an adverb telling us, when. Never say never. 3. Love your children unconditionally. Check your answer. Unconditionally. Here, the word, unconditionally, modifies the verb, love. Love your children unconditionally. 4. Treat yourself well and be happy. Check your answer. Well. The word, well, modifies the verb, treat. While the word, happy, is an adjective modifying the unstated subject of the sentence, which is, you. Treat yourself well and be happy. 5. Don't be so modest. Check your answer. So. Here, the word, so, modifies the adjective, modest. Don't be so modest. Hey, it's good to know that you make it till the end of the video. But, sad to say, I'm going to say goodbye already. But, don't worry. Sophie will be with you again for the remaining 3 parts of speech, the preposition, conjunction, and interjection. It will be the last part of grammar and sentence structure, the parts of speech. So, you better watch out for the next English grammar crash course of One Step English, because Sophie will be with you throughout the video, witnessing you becoming an English master. So, see you in the next video of English grammar crash course of One Step English.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Visit us on onestepenglish.education.